Go. Go.
My tribute to Rolando Villacorte. Dear Kuya Rolly, thankful for having known you for many years, personally in church, as a family man, elder, and now, belatedly, as an author. I regret that you will not read this letter, but this is for you. Truly grateful for the real hero of EDSA, which will forever remain your legacy to our country as a historian. Your personal experience of the people power that defeated the dictator is a great service to the Filipino people. But more significant, it is the only story of EDSA revolution that tells it like the history of Israel in the Old Testament, tracing the Lord at work in Philippine history. Hence, your work is a legacy not only to motherland, but also to the real hero of EDSA. Then, when you first wrote, I was so shallow and really did not read your book. And it is only now that I discovered its incredible heavyweight. What a well-written, well-researched treatise. Belatedly, sad to say, I read it slowly, reflectively, prayerfully, appreciatively, and the events came alive to me as if it was happening again, like a movie. There was awe, tears, re-education of previous memories, and enlightenment. This was the truth. But deeper than a movie, it was really like reading the scriptures as you reflected what God was doing, that very special part of Philippine history too. The feeding of the thousands of soldiers, mutineers, media personnel, local and foreign, nuns, common citizens, by floods of food donations from everywhere like manna from heaven, and quails the Israelites ate in the desert, the parting of the Yellow Sea of masses wearing yellow t-shirt to secure safe passage of Enrile, Honasan, and others across the highway of EDSA to join forces with Ramos and others, which you liken to the parting of the Red Sea, and the insanely stubborn adamant rejection of hell-bent Marcos to heed the demand of the people to step down after the snap election that Cory won, like the hardening of the heart of Pharaoh to let God's people free, and more miracles of judgment by the Lord. Perhaps my biggest take from your book of the Lord was the lesson on hardening. Indeed, there was hardening of the stone-hearted dictator, yielding only by force to finally leave the palace in resounding defeat, and 36 years forward today, like the Israelites who forgot the miracles of Egypt and backslid, forsaking justice, truth, and righteousness. The very heroes of EDSA, like Unworthy and Enrile and Honasan and others, as a dog returns to its vomit, sold their birthright for a mess of pottage, turned to corruption and revision of true history, like the stiff-necked Pharisees, ironically hardening themselves against the Lord Jesus Christ, repudiating and denying the miracles. And worst of all is the Filipino people in denial that EDSA was not your miracle, dismissing it simply as just the human Aquino's work, and painting their own invented, corrupted, backslidden story of their own hardened, unrepentant hearts in mockery of Yahweh. History repeats itself, but God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, that he shall reap. I shall forever treasure your book of divine judgment, and will hold you in my heart as my true historian, and above all will follow your good example of searching the judge in our human history. Grateful beyond words.